Lots of times this stuff is is autobiographical as well as having derived from observation and experience of other people. And sometimes I say when it is, and sometimes I don't. So I will just kind of leave it up to you to divine. This one is called Daddy. When the fuzz on my peaches became an itchy, bothersome thing, I turned to you, Cinnamon, tapping at Mama's back door to take a bite of my crimson secrets. Taboo bird arose nightly, flying afoul of dull innocence, seeking some kind of comfort, nestling amidst strong mahogany columns. Nimble brown hands cut for oblations received your silvery benedictions under the moonlight. Toe could not meet toe, but narrow hips could still fire, churn like twin pistons, keeping time, pulsing with new power. Your breath, so sweet, smelled like leather and beer, sweeping across my back, drawing me toward kisses out of reach. You loved me not. You hold me, you held me not. You lead me in the paths of good old boys like Big Blue Hollister, preacher, prison guard, pretty man. His pale belly hair rubbing baby soft against my cheeks. Won't you come back home, Daddy, and heal my bruises? You and me can pick up our fallen truths, set them right back on the mantle for show. Try to connect the missing pieces that still puzzle me. I don't know if I need to introduce this or not. I think I probably don't. So I won't. It's called Roads Closed. Curious crowds have been gathering ever since the first detour signs went up. Pressing along the barriers, they cast sidelong glances, past silent whispers, hand to mouth between them, then fade along the outside, Loads of traffic's been used to coming, roaming in and out of these here spaces before the roads closed. Before the roads closed, not that long ago, ecstasy danced barefoot all over these parts. Now she sleeps, 'neath the purple shadows fallen when the rains came. I rose late yesterday, took to gazing across the excavations in search of signs of a beaten path. Satisfied, I turned back into this rough-hewn quarry of promise, decisively shutting the door on the outside. On the outside, their knees lick greedily at thirst-racked lips that drip with their own reasons why. I have 3 here, but I'm going to do 2 more. One is about a woman, and another is, another one is it should speak for itself. It should speak for itself. This is about a woman I saw on a... This one speaks for itself. Never mind. I'll just let the thing do its thing. Let it do what it do. Woman on the bus bench. Waiting alone, she spoke no word, decorated the bus bench in flowing garb, head swung low, every hair concealed beneath brightly lit show of silver lotus and lapis silk. The hijab wound close about her face, hugging her jawlines, encircling her neck, made its soft noose across her throat. Facial features fell in dusty satin, weighted, it seemed, into pendulant folds filled with sorrow's keepsakes, bequests, perhaps, from young to young. Long, silent, distant, I stood, sharp shadows stretching needle-like under noon sun, seemed to point past forever. Under smoky brow, black portals poured sinking gaze into fine filigree cups nested on her lap. Darkening pools overflowed, yawning into desert places. As strange to me as the eternal, yet like the eternal, she remains with me, always. Maybe that one did not speak so well for itself. And finally, the sparrow, the tree, and me. The dirge playing underneath the sparrow's shadow startles me, swallowing so much more of dying light. What, inquires she, do you think you are doing here? Eyes piercing through. I'm eavesdropping, I tell her, listening in on the rustling of the years. I mounted this snowbound summit, hoping to find misplaced treasures, but broken cries of present need is all there is, cutting into my palms, feet, and sides, while the bitter winds whip at my tears. Saying that this is good, I continue. Over time, the blackbird has come to me, despite the sparrow's mocking. Nearby, I hear the intrenchant offspring of a desperate indifference, steel drums full of empty tin cans. Sounding down the barren cliffsides, they strike fires against their own, tumbling into a laughing abyss. I cannot leave. I listen, still, picking out strains of tortured hymns. They are toothless old men in winding descent, blind with regret and gnawing urgently at the spent bones of their legacies. Such a wailing out of key they make, all hearing having been blunted by wads of blood-stained fleece plugging their ears. I continue listening as the surge of an unrepentant host rises from the pit. Angry young men's hearts thundering applause. Two bear solemn witness with me, this buzzard and the dove, both leaning in intently when I kneel, whispering at the base of the mangled tree. My intention? To speak to God, seriously, above the din. And I suppose I do, as near as anybody can tell. What else would you have me give them? I shout aloud. But nobody answers. I am not surprised when the sparrow spits at my feet and hops away. Thank you so much.